And the last verse that I'm going to share with you today, which is very important, destruction. So again, if you are able and appropriately able to stand up where you are, stand up with me. Galatians 6, 7 to 10, Amplified Version says, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. He will not allow himself to be ridiculed, nor treated with contempt, nor allow his precepts to be scornfully set aside. Now, if you're separate from God, you take God for granted. And you know what? He can never be mocked. Hindi ka ba natatakot if you sin? Hindi ka ba natatakot if you are doing that to God? Don't you have any respect katulad ng binasa natin kanina sa Jeremiah? For whatever a man sows, this and this only is what he will reap. For the one who sows to his flesh, his sinful capacity, his worldliness, his disgraceful impulses, will reap from the flesh ruin and destruction. But the one who sows to the Spirit will from the Spirit reap eternal life. Let us not grow weary or become discouraged in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap if we do not give in. So then, while we as individual believers have the opportunity, let us do good to all people, not only being helpful, but also doing that which promotes their spiritual well-being, and especially be a blessing to those of the household of faith, born-again believers. And may the Lord add blessing, majesty, conviction to the reading of His mighty, mighty word. Grabe talaga. You know what? Sin will lead us to destruction, ruin, and destruction. Yung sinasabi, yes. Destruction of our future, destruction of our relationships, destruction natin. Kaya nga, right now, kung hindi ka maingat sa diet mo, lalong-lalo na if you are 25 years old and above, okay? Kung maingat sa diet mo, you are on the road to ruin. Kung alam mo na, you are unhealthy, overweight ka, obese ka, and you are not doing anything para maging healthy yung weight mo, then you know that you are separate from God. Because if you have that purpose, you have that vision, then you will take care of yourself. You will not give in to the craving of food and so destroy your body. Hindi mo gagawin yun. Because you have something that's very clear to do, because you are connected to God and God is able to give you directions from the Bible, from other people, and most especially directly from Himself. And of course, anong ginagawa ba ng sin sa katawan natin? Apart from it being a catalyst na i-destroy natin ang katawan natin. Anong ginagawa ng sin to destroy us? It destroys our relationships. Hindi maayos yung relationship natin. We don't talk about the things that matters most. We're not honest with our spouses or our children. We lie. We become deceitful. Akala nyo ba kapag hindi nyo pinag-uusapan ng bagay na dapat yung pag-usapan at nilagay mo yan sa ilalim ng kama, okay yan? Hindi. Because that creeps in. And you live a lie because you have something against your spouse and you cannot tell your spouse. And that is how the devil wants you to have that relationship with your spouse. Para yung undercurrent na yan, mag-build up pa, para isang araw sasabugan nilang, magugulat sa iyo yung spouse, so bakit ka biglang nagalit? Sa isang bagay na tingin niyang maliit pero hindi niya alam na tuloy-tuloy na pala yun. And that's how the devil operates. Because the devil wants to destroy all relationships. Naalala ko tuloy, there is this study. No? Kasi uso ngayon ng live-in eh. Okay? Usong-uso ngayon ng live-in. So there is this study na sinasabi, those who are in live-in relationship who eventually decides to get married, they have a higher divorce rate in the Western world. Sinasabi kasi nila, let's, test the waters. Diba? Tignan natin kung mag-work ang chemistry natin. And then eventually, they fall in love while they are living together. They get married, all with the bells and whistles and stuff. But you know what? Studies has proven they will most likely end up divorcing themselves. That is the way of the world. Ano sinasabi sa Biblia? Relationships, according to the Bible, maraming nagpa-participate para ma-preserve yung relationship to be correct. Diba? You have your disciplers, you have the church. Most of all, you have respect for your family. You involve your family in the decision making of whom you are going to choose as a romantic partner and eventually your spouse. And with that many, many wise, experienced people giving their 10 cents worth, di maintindihan mo ngayon kung gaano kahirap ang buhay ng mag-asawa. Gaano kabigat ang responsibility ng pagiging magulang. So that you may have the proper information to make those right decisions. Pag pumasok ka sa isang relationship, you come in cold. Excited ka lang, di ba? Dahil punong-puno ka ng erotic love. Kala mo siya na yung person forever. Get married, and eventually that person cheats. And then you cannot forgive because you're separate from God. Or you're the one who cheated because you're separate from God. How can you honestly say that you can repair the relationship apart from God? And that's how sin, the flesh, brings us ruin and destruction. Now, I have counseled a lot of people who have been betrayed, who went into bad marriages. And you know what? At the end of the day, totoo ang kasabihan, ang pagsisisi ay laging nasa huli.